So in this episode, we are going to look at the celebrations around the birth of Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and we're going to find out how they got that great name, Nanak, and what it actually means. On the morning Guru Nanak Dev Ji was born, as the sun came up, Baba Kalu Ji, his father, called one of the servants and told him, "Go to the house of our family priest, the wise Brahman astrologer Pandit Hardyal Ji, and tell him to come to our home as quickly as possible." Once Pandit Hardyal Ji had finished his morning puja, he came straight to the home of Baba Kalu Ji. Kalu Ji welcomed Pandit Hardyal into the home, into the courtyard with great love and respect, and he had him sit down on a beautiful seat. He then sat close by and he told Pandit Hardyal, "God has blessed me greatly and given me a child, a baby, a son." And as per normal practice at the time, he asked Pandit Hardyal Ji to draw up a Janam Patri. Now, a Janam Patri is an astrological chart made by Pandits according to the date and time of the birth. Looking at the alignment of the planets and position of the stars, it tells you about the nature of the child and stuff like that. Pandit Hardyal Ji agreed, and he also then called for Daulat Dai, the head midwife who delivered the baby. On her arrival, Pandit Ji asked her about the birth of the child, asking, what was the birth like? How much did the baby cry? And stuff like that. And Daulat Dai then responded saying, "I have delivered many children before, but none like this. When this baby was born, it was laughing and smiling. In fact, his laughing was in the manner that old friends laugh after meeting each other after a long time. He was smiling like a wise person. I've never seen this before. And as I gazed at the newborn child, I swear I heard him say the words Sat Kartar from his mouth. I tell you, this baby is not a normal child." Pandit Hardyal heard all of this, and he thought deeply for a second. He then started calculating the Janam Patri, and he noticed everything had great omens. He thought to himself, this baby is definitely an avatar, a manifestation of God on earth. Pandit Hardyal Ji then spoke saying, "All the signs suggest that this child has come to save the world. A Shatr, a royal canopy will fly above his head. This child is truly great. He will shine of truth and divinity. He will be Chakravarti, travelling and roaming in all directions. The whole world will bow to him. There is no doubt that he will always be victorious." And within his heart, Pandit Hardyal Ji had a desire, and it arose at this time. He wanted to have darshan, blessed sight of this child right away. He didn't want to wait. He felt that this darshan would make his life complete and fruitful. And he begged, "Please, please show me this child right away," he said to Kalu Ji. Daulat Dai was then told, "Go and get the child and bring him to Pandit Ji right now." Daulat Dai went to Mata Tripta Ji, who is with the newborn Nanak at this time, informing her that Pandit Hardyal has begged and wishes to see the child. Mata Tripta Ji initially refused. She wanted to stay close to the child, holding him. And plus it was cold outside, but she eventually agreed. They wrapped the baby up tightly, allowing Daulat Dai to take the baby to where Pandit Hardyal and Kalu Ji were sitting in the courtyard. Pandit Hardyal Ji looked at the baby, inspecting the body. He looked at the lines on the feet and the forehead. He looked at the palms and he smiled. Pandit Hardyal Ji stood up out of love and he bowed down to the child, to the baby. He put the baby's feet on his forehead. He matta tek down to the baby, and he was just filled with bliss. This was the first head to touch Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji's Pavitra Charan. This was the first forehead to touch the feet of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Pandit Hardyal. And in doing so, his heart was filled with bliss and love, and he was blessed, and he was just so happy. Guru Nanak Dev Ji's small body was just absolutely beautiful. The newborn baby's feet were red and soft, like the petals of a lotus flower. They were supreme. His arms were long, reaching down to his knees, and his shoulders were broad. Guruji's fingers were straight and slender and all of the same length. The nails were pure and white, just like pearls. and on their palms they had markings like jor and a shatar. Guruji's chest was wide and their face was beautiful. Their cheeks were round and soft and his nose was sharp. The forehead resembled the shape of a half moon and the eyebrows shaped like bows. Pandit Hardyal Ji said to Kaluji, "Your child is just magnificent. He is wise and pure. He has all the characteristics of a supreme being. His palms have long lines. There are long lines on the palms. He will be very wealthy, but he won't keep this money for himself. He will be the most loving and the most compassionate. Trust me on this one." The baby was taken back to Mata Tripta, and Pita Kaluji humbly asked Pandit Hardyal, "Please do the baby's namakaran. Pick a name for my son. Please think long and analyze and tell us a great name." Pandit Hardyal Ji responds, "Listen, Kalu, this baby's name should be extraordinary. I need some time to think and reflect and meditate, and I will get back to you with a name that is truly fitting. But in the meantime, you should honor the traditions of your Bedi family now. Be happy and celebrate this time, and if a beggar comes to your door, do not send him away empty-handed." Pandit Hardyal Ji then left after giving Pita Kaluji his blessings and congratulations, and he went home to reflect, to meditate and to think about what name would suit this great child. Pita Kaluji now begins to celebrate as per the tradition of the Bedi clan. Donations were given to the Brahmins and a feast was set up for them. Leaves were tied in a string and hung over the door of the house as a sign of celebration. The family and relatives all gathered to celebrate, all flossing their best clothes and jewelry in happiness of the birth. The women of the neighbourhood came. They too were dressed up wearing beautiful clothes made of the finest cloth and blinking their jewelry and gold. They too were flossing and smiling. They were so happy. They came to give Mataji their congratulations. The house was filled and basically crowded with friends and family. There were sounds of laughter and celebration everywhere. The wives of the Devte, the angelic beings, took on human form to come and see the baby Parameshwar Vaheguru manifest on earth. They came and sung songs in their sweet voices. There was joy everywhere in the home of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Many beggars came to the house, each leaving fulfilled. Others came to dance with their tolls and instruments, singing songs in sweet voices. The bells tied around their ankles rang to the beat as they clapped and danced in joy. And they had jokes and sang songs, making fun of people in the family. Tundubs, Tandis, Pots came to show their skills, singing and playing instruments. They sang their songs and they gave congratulations, and they asked for money, and Pita Kaluji gave them money, filling everyone's pockets and bags. Nobody left empty-handed. Pita Kaluji gave away loads in donations. Everyone praised the newborn baby. They all felt pure on seeing him. Their minds became pure and at rest and at peace. They all spoke about the divinity of this child and how they were blessed on seeing him. There was just so much joy in the home of Kaluji and Mata Tripta. And after 13 days, Pandit Hardyal Ji comes back. He places a chola on the small body of the child and says to Baba Kaluji, "Name the baby Nanak. Nanak shall be the baby's name. There is no other name equal to this one. There is no one equal to him." Pita Kaluji, on hearing this name for the first time, he wasn't that keen. In fact, he responded to Pandit Hardyal Ji, telling him to think again and find another name. Pandit Ji then had to break it down and explain. "Kaluji, listen, your child is special, an avatar. Both Hindus and Muslims will follow him. They will worship and follow his teachings. Many will become his Sikh, his students, and learn so much from him. Whoever connects to his charan, his pavitra, his beautiful feet, they will be saved and liberated. Whoever does his sangat will cross the world ocean, and his name Nanak will be illuminated in the whole world, everywhere, from the deepest of jungles to the highest of mountain tops. Land and earth and water will give way to him. They will be in his command. Day and night will be in his command. You ask me to think again? I have fought long and hard, and Nanak is the perfect name. Kalu ji, I have never been so confident and so sure of something in my whole life. Nanak is the name. Nanak is the one. The word Nanak, the Na of the main name means Purak, the one supreme being. The An without an Ak means pain. The one supreme being without pain. The one that is one, not many but one. The complete one. He will take away people's pains. He is the embodiment of Sat, Chit, Anand, truth, consciousness and bliss. Hearing this changed Kaluji, and he was happy and he accepted the name. He was very happy. The name Nanak was celebrated. Everyone was overjoyed. And as Pandit Hardyal Ji left Baba Kaluji's home, tears rolled down his cheeks and fell to the floor. He was overcome with sadness, reflecting and thinking to himself, my body is old and frail. My only regret in my mind, my fear in my mind is I will not live long enough to see the glory of this child Nanak manifest in the world. Thinking this, he was sad, and he prayed. Thinking of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, he prayed, saying, please keep my body and health as it is now until a time comes when you are able to speak your wise words, so I may be blessed and my being born was of some merit. He recognized Guru Nanak Dev Ji would liberate many, and he prayed to Guruji that one day he is also released from this worldly shackles of attachment. So this is the story how Guru Nanak Dev Ji's birth was celebrated, how Guru Nanak Dev Ji was named, and what the name means. That one being without pain, that one, not many, the one. And in the next episode, we're going to look into the life of Guru Nanak Dev Ji as a baby and as a young infant. As always, please forgive the many thousands of mistakes made in this seva and sharing this Sakhi. And please share this Sakhi with your friends and your family so they too can learn about Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji. We all need to learn about Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Bhul chuk maaf karna. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa. Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Please donate and help spread Guruji's message. Link is in the description below. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.